Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series. Over the next few videos, I'm going to be taking a closer look at intervals. If you're working towards an ABRSM grade or you want to find some further examples to work on, I cover this topic in the videos for the ABRSM grades 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in increasing difficulty. You can find the links to these videos in the cards and also in the description below. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDFs and you can download those, and that's all the information that you need for each of the grades, and so intervals will be included on there. And you can also find links to the books that I have available. I've written exam technique guides, and so you can find those on the website too. If you can give me a like, that would be really super. Please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. And now we're going to have a look at the interval of a third. And so we're counting 3 steps up the scale now. So we're starting on C. I'm writing in the treble clef, there's middle C. And so C, D, E, we can see we've counted 1, 2, 3 steps up. So that's the distance of 3 notes apart, we'd say a third. Now that's the major interval, and if we just look at that on the piano, we can see C, D, E. We've got the full steps from C to D and D to E. And C major has no sharps or flats, and you can see that it's part of that major scale. However, it's not always as simple as that. Now major, that's a major third, just means greater really. And so we can actually make that interval smaller by lowering the top note. So instead of C to E, which is major, we can drop it down a semitone to E flat, and that would be the minor third. So C to E, and then we drop the top note down a semitone, and that becomes a minor third. And minor really just means smaller by a semitone. So I'm just going to sketch out some more here, and we can see how we can extend and shrink that even further. So we can see each one of these is definitely still a third, C, D, E. Now we can make this a minor interval. Instead of by lowering the top note, if we raise the bottom note, so instead of C to E, we raise it to C sharp, you can see how we've still made that interval smaller, and that is a minor third again, by raising that bottom note. And so C sharp minor would go from C sharp to E here. That would be a minor third, and that minor third is what makes the difference in your triads to make it major and minor. However, again, just being part of a minor scale isn't always the clue that we need. So let's have a look further. So actually we could raise this top note, and so if we go from C to E and then raise it by a sharp, we've augmented that major interval, we've made it bigger again by a semitone, and so C to E sharp we would call an augmented third, because we've gone from the major C, D, E, and then we've augmented it by raising that top note. We can also augment it, augmented third, there we go, better not forget the number. We can also augment the interval by making the lower note lower by a semitone. And so instead of C to E, if we have C flat, we can't think of that as a B because we're still on the position note C. We've still got 1, 2, 3 steps. C flat to E would be an augmented third as well, because we've augmented it by stretching that lower note down by a semitone. And so if we just look at this minor third again, so I'm just going to give us another example here. So from C to E, so we know that from C to E flat is a minor third, so C to E flat is the minor third. However, if we raise that bottom note, we've made the minor interval even smaller. We've diminished that interval. We've made it smaller by raising the bottom note as well as lowering the top note. And so C sharp to E we would say is a diminished third because we've gone smaller again by a semitone from the minor. Let's have a look at those in context. So I'm just going to write out the scale of A minor. So just quickly, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So A minor is related to C major. It has no sharps or flats in the key signature. We could raise the seventh and make it the harmonic minor, I guess. Now if we look here, we're in A minor, but from C to E, we can see that we have that major third. We're an octave out, but the principle's the same. So that is a major third, even though it's within a minor scale pattern. Let's write out a different scale. So let's write out B flat major. So we're in the treble clef again. B flat, I'll put the flats in afterwards. D, E, F, G, A, B flat. So B flat major has a key signature of B flats, begins and ends on B flats, and there's an E flat as well. And then here, if we look, we've got from C, oh this is B flat major, I better just label that so we remember what we're doing. So we've got a note C to E flat, which we know is a minor third. We've just worked that out, so that's a minor third, even though it's part of the major scale. So you always have to look at each interval individually. You have to take it a sort of a stage at a time, and you always take the lowest note as the tone note. Even though you're in the key of B flat major here, if we're counting the interval between these two notes, we're always counting from the bottom note out of the pair for the interval, regardless of the fact what key you're in. So that's the interval of a third. I do hope that's helpful to you, and hopefully this has helped to clarify the topic of intervals of a third. If you want to find some more practice in this subject, you'll find the link in the description below to the various videos that this is covered, and also it'll be in the cards too. Do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resources and information that's there to help you. Please give me a like, that would be really fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.